Good Thursday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, we made it over the hump, and we're in the home stretch toward the weekend. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Thursday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, being part of my conversation with wellness and lifestyle expert Grace Gold. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Thursday headlines. In national news, okay to not be okay. Mental health takes top role at Olympics. For decades, they were told to shake it off or toughen up, to set aside the doubt or the demons and focus on the task at hand, winning, dominating, getting it done. For years, Simone Biles was one of the very best at that. Suddenly, to some shockingly, she decided she wasn't in the right headspace. By pulling on her white sweatsuit in the middle of Tuesday night's Olympic gymnastic meet, and by doing it with a gold medal hanging in the balance, Biles might very well have redefined the mental health discussion that's been coursing through sports for the past year. Michael Phelps, winner of a record 23 gold medals and now retired, has long been open about his own mental health struggles. Phelps has said he contemplated suicide after the 2012 Olympics while racked with depression. Now an analyst for NBC's swimming coverage, he said watching Biles struggle broke my heart. Mental health over the last 18 months is something people are talking about, Phelps said. We're human beings. Nobody is perfect, so yes, it is okay to not be okay. Biles joined some other high-profile athletes in the Olympic space, overwhelmingly females, who have been talking openly about a topic that have been taboo in sports for seemingly forever. Tennis player Naomi Osaka withdrew from the French Open, never went to Wimbledon, and after her early exit in Tokyo this week, conceded that the Olympic cauldron was a bit too much to handle. Biles, though, took things to a new level, one that now makes it thinkable to do what had been unthinkable only 24 hours before. She stepped back, assessed the situation, and realized it would not be healthy to keep going. On Wednesday, she pulled out of the all-around competition to focus on her mental well-being. I have to do what's right for me and focus on my mental health and not jeopardize my health and well-being, a tearful Biles said after the Americans won the silver medal in team competition. She said she recognized she was not in the right headspace hours before the competition began. It was like fighting all those demons, she said. The International Olympic Committee, aware of the struggles young athletes face, increased its mental health resources ahead of the Tokyo Games. In more national news, new CDC guidelines set off rush to reimpose mask mandates. New guidance from the federal government set off a cascade of mask rules across the nation on Wednesday as cities, states, schools, and businesses raced to restore mandates and others pushed back against the guidelines at a time when Americans are exhausted and confused over constantly shifting pandemic measures. Nevada and Kansas City, Missouri were among the locations that moved swiftly to reimpose indoor mask requirements following Tuesday's announcement from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But governors in Arizona, Pennsylvania, and South Carolina said they would resist reversing course. The federal recommendations quickly plunged Americans into another emotionally charged debate over the face coverings meant to curb easy transmission of the deadly coronavirus. Ford Motor Company said it would reinstate mask protocol for all employees and visitors at its Missouri and Florida facilities. The two states are among the hardest hit by the summer surge, in which the U.S. is now averaging more than 60,000 new cases a day, driven by the highly contagious Delta variant. In business news, Fed's Powell downplays Delta variant's threat to the economy. The spread of the COVID-19 Delta variant is raising infections, leading some companies and governments to require vaccinations and raising concerns about the U.S. economic recovery. But on Wednesday, Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell injected a note of reassurance, suggesting that the Delta variant poses little threat to the economy, at least so far. What we've seen is with successive waves of COVID over the past year and some months now, Powell said in a news conference on Wednesday, there has tended to be less in the way of economic implications from each wave. We will see whether that is the case with the Delta variety, but it's certainly not an unreasonable expectation. In more business news, stocks end mixed after Fed notes progress on the economy. Stocks index capped a wobbly day of trading on Wall Street Wednesday with mixed results after the Fed Reserve said it was seeing improvement in the economy, but not enough to start dialing down its support measures. The S&P 500 slipped less than 0.1% after giving up a brief afternoon gain. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.4%, while the Nasdaq Composite rose 0.7%. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note held steady at 1.23%. And finally, in entertainment news, bearded bassist Dusty Hill of ZZ Top dies in his sleep at 72. ZZ Top's Dusty Hill, the long-bearded bassist for the million-selling Texas blues rock trio, known for such hits as Legs and Gimme All Your Lovin', has died at 72. In a Facebook post Wednesday, guitarist Billy Gibbons and drummer Frank Beard said Hill died in his sleep. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, it's all yours.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Engage in periods of peaceful solitude. To soothe your mind, quiet your body, and infuse your spirit with serenity, you must engage in periods of peaceful solitude. Steer your day toward calming activities as you honor your need for solitude. Doing this for a while or an entire day will provide you with a sense of invigorating strength that you might not have even realized you were lacking. When you engage in these periods of quiet reflection, you allow your thoughts to quiet down, releasing stress and tension from your body. This allows your spiritual self to step forward, helping you to feel connected and balanced. Every aspect of your life will receive many positive benefits by your choice to engage in peaceful reflection. Today, grant yourself the gift of peaceful solitude and always enjoy the day.
Wellness and lifestyle expert Grace Gold is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Entertainment Spotlight. Wellness and lifestyle expert Grace Gold rejoined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to give some tips and advice for prepping for back to school, as well as the latest back to school trends. Here's a bit of our conversation.
You always have such great tips for our audience, so I know you're going to be able to help us out with this. So what are some of the top tips that you have, Grace, when it comes to prepping for the first day back on campus this school year?
Yes, well, Cyrus, the number of people starting back to school shopping as early as June has nearly doubled as compared to 2019 before the pandemic. So we are really seeing that parents and kids, they're really looking forward to getting back to school and some fresh new outfits, getting out of the pandemic PJs. Those first day of school outfits are a thing again. And we also want to think about vision as we send our kids back to school. And did you know that nearly 4 out of 5 teens, they actually prefer contact lenses over glasses? So addressing those vision correction problems is really a must for setting your child up for success at school. But glasses might not be your child's first choice. So a really great choice, especially for those first-time wearers, are BioTrue One-Day contact lenses. They're created by the eye care experts at Bausch & Lomb. And BioTrue One-Day Daily Disposables, they also allow for flexibility. If your teen wants to switch between those glasses and contacts, I also really like these contacts because they're unbeaten in moisture. They're really easy to insert and remove and provide clear and comfortable vision all day. It's also great because your teen doesn't have to worry about cleaning and storing them because they'll have a fresh new pair every day. And they can also keep up with your teen's busy lifestyle to help them avoid misplacing, breaking those glasses, which I know is music to those parents' ears.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning into this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll have you guys on tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make today amazing. Take care.